welcome back. I just saw something on, so just a quick update on the energy from our homeboy. We're good so far. So thank you for sending me links. I was going to check them out and I got a hard no. So that's good. Well, it just means the energy's moving. So I was just watching The Lawyer, highly recommend him. He's here on YouTube and he's fun. And I want to know what Brian Kohberger's endgame is. He doesn't want cameras in the courtroom, which I thought was I want to know what the endgame is. Why wouldn't he want cameras in there? And what the defense said is that it's because there are going to be vulnerable witnesses and victims. No one's disagreeing with that at all. But there must be something underlying. They're trying to say the jury will be tainted, but we're also using rules from the 1700s. I know there are some history buffs that but we can say it's as old as the Constitution, well, not really. Okay, I get it. So we're using archaic, in my opinion, this isn't a history, but in my opinion, we're using an archaic system in general. But the way, thinking that they're going to have a jury pool that doesn't have social media or the internet, I think that's fine. But what I just want to know is, I don't think that's realistic. And so, that being said, all I really want to know is what the end game is. Why wouldn't he want cameras in the courtroom? Back to Rider Waite. I did like those King of Thrones or Game of Thrones cards though. So I will shuffle these, and then I just want to know what his end game is. I might have to ask this a few different ways too. Someone actually had a great point. The way I was asking the babies for the girls, there was something that I might need to redo that and ask in a different way. And I will as soon as I get an A-okay on the energy. Well, today it wasn't. So we'll try that next time, or maybe tomorrow or whenever. But thank you for that tip or that idea. So what I really want to know is what the end game is. Why wouldn't the defense want cameras in there? And is it really to protect the victims and the witnesses, which is fine, but is it to protect other people that might not have such a clean background or, well, first of all, these cards just jumped and I was still in the middle of talking. So I'm going to set these out. I think that's on. I should just double check. Okay. So these just jumped out. I'm just putting them down the way that they jumped out. I think we might have to use a different deck already. All I can think about is we're going to use a different deck. Sorry up there. Sorry, cards. Thank you. We're going to use one we've never used before for these guys because just give that guy a little rest. All right, this might be one of those nights, and thank you for your patience. So we're going to try the Pulp Tarot. I also brought out a different deck, just in case. So I want to know what the end game is. So if he doesn't want cameras to protect the victims and the witnesses, I feel like that's really nice. is it really the defense? Like, are there other people that perhaps don't want, because the whole point of your First Amendment right and the right to, well, the fact that we own all of the federal buildings as a taxpayer, so they are technically public, even though they're not, that's fine. Those are semantics. But in all technicality, the only reason to have cameras is for transparency. So backdoor deals can't happen, so that we can all form our own opinion. We're all presented with the same information. So who benefits? Like, I want to know if this is Brian's idea. I don't feel like it is. So let's start with, is banning the cameras in the courtroom Brian's idea? Let's just do upright yes, reversals no. And then if we'll go do a full reading. Okay, upright yes, reversals no. Is banning the cameras in the courtrooms Brian's idea? Yes, yes, no, yes, yes. That was a pretty strong yes. Oh, I started also listening to some astrology, the houses, so I can brush up my game. All right, I guess you could say studying, but. So what we have here, this is a solid yes. Actually, you know what? I don't know why I'm so hot. This actually would have been an okay night to use our Game of Thrones cards because Frat Row's already here. And the Tower, and the Chariot. Well, so what I'm looking at, and the underlying energy is the Eight of Swords in reverse. I wonder if I should just start this all over and just redo this with the Game of Thrones. I don't know. Oh, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh. Okay. I think I have two. I'm just gonna ask if I can say this out loud. If it's like, just 1 second. I'm just gonna pull one card. If it's upright, yes. If it's in reversal, no. Okay. So we have a no. All right. I'm just gonna explain what I think I'm looking at. Oh, we have Justice. And the Empress was the one that I pulled out. So there is contract right here. That's our Ace of Pentacles. So this is something that has come up with Miss Ashley at the Reckoning in the past. Okay, so I couldn't ask the question. So what we have here is Knight of Wands. That's our Frat Row. We have the Chariot. We know about with the Chariot. mean, he got arrested in his car. They were sending out he wasn't in his car. He got pulled over twice, driving across the country. He was at his house. And that would be traumatizing to have the FBI break into your house at 3 a.m. There was also question about this car. There's lots of weird things about the chariot. And then we have our whole other chariot situation on a different level. Right now, we're just talking about BK. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Anytime you see Pentacles, oh, you know who didn't show up? We have Justice. Those are the American outlaws that we love. The 7 of Pentacles is always losing money, losing money. Then we have the Tower. That's the dumpster fire. We have the 9 of Wands. That could be her little, BK squared is a wand. And then we have the Knight of Wands here. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. 8s are always like manifesting in reverse though. It's like, oh, this is our, on the other deck, this is our, she might have free will, but she might not. And we have a contract. I want to see if, oh man. I was just hoping for a really quick, easy read tonight. So this might be, all right, does Brian Kohberger know that he asked for no cameras in the courtroom? Say that to us. Okay. Well. I mean, we have the Page of Swords. That's our messengers telling all the secrets. And then we have the Devil, El Diablo. All right, we're switching. Thank you. I'm sorry, team. We have to switch. We're going to go to the King of, or the other deck, because this is telling a little bit bigger of a story. I was thinking it was just going to be a really quick read, and what we just got was not that. So we're going to try this. Oh boy. All right, we're going to try this Game of Thrones deck. I'm just going to put my hair up right now because I'm already getting like sweaty. Okay, so what we're going to do is, oh, these cards feel good. We are going, all right. All right, so I've seen other readers, especially like, I mean, you know, my regulars, I always quote Ashley in this. Okay. Hold on, let me just feel this out for a second. Okay, so we'll just start from the beginning. Does BK know all right, so does BK want the cameras out of the courtroom? Did BK decide to take the cameras out of the courtroom? Yes, 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 yes. That's a hard yes. Oh boy. Okay. So that was BK's idea. Okay, so all right, let me explain what I'm looking at here. Okay, so what I'm looking at, So we had a yes that BK knows. There's also been discussion that not all the wires are transmitting correctly. And that's very, very cryptic, and I'm really sorry, but I'm getting a really hard no on this discussion. And so it's kind of impeding my ability to ask the question. Well, we're just going to play it by ear. So the first thing that I noticed, all right, so I'll explain what we have. We have a Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, this person or child or whatever, see how the eyes don't have eyes? And we have the Nine of Cups. That's the fat, happy man. And he's upright. We have Temperance. She's our angel on the other cards. We have the Seven of Coins. That's the hard worker. Sometimes represents the cowboy. The Two of Swords is the little card I always say stuck between a rock and a hard place. We have the Two of Coins. Oh yeah, thanks for all your help on this. Of course, it's someone in the Game of Thrones, duh. Everyone has their own interpretation of this card. And that's good. To me, it's duality. You have like two choices. You can make two choices, but that's it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a huge, strong opinion. Then we have the Knight of Swords. I recognize those guys are the frat boys. Then we have the Nine of Spears. That's getting ready to go into battle. Then we have the Page of Swords. I'm going to read these all up right for the second. It just doesn't feel right to read these cards in reverse. Page of Swords. So at first, when I pulled these, we were every suit, that's the Minor Arcana. The Minor Arcana are 2 through 10 of Pentacles, Pentacles, Wands, Swords, and Cups. So, what was conveniently or weirdly missing was our Spears. So we just got a Spears. Spears, I happen to be BK squared and his new Muffet. So I'm going to just ask him if there's some kind of mind altering game going on are we actually speaking to his subconscious? That's the question I want to know. Is there like something going on? Okay, let's just start there. Because I don't know how to play games and it confuses me. All right, so is there something going on? Oh, how do I ask this? All right, we had a jumper. And I was just asking for guidance on how to ask this question. Well, these are the first two feminines we've seen in a long time that aren't the Queen of Swords or something. We have the Queen of Coins and the Priestess. I was trying to figure out a way, the Priestess. Wait, this is our BJ Queen. She's Secrets. She's a number 2. So I was trying to figure out if there's some kind of like mind fuck going on with BK. And it wasn't like the direction I got was don't ask in that way. So I was trying to ask it in a different way. Well, let me just tell you what we got. We have money bags and we have secrets. So that makes this a little bit more confusing because what we want to know is it like, okay, one of the rumors that was going around, this is all just a rumor, that I took I was very intrigued by it because there was some rumors going around, or perhaps, first of all, I don't talk to anyone about this stuff. Well, that I heard that BK, I'm just going to say all this, had a trigger word. Okay, so that means like, you mean we're going to have to use our imaginations on what a trigger word is? But there were some rumors that BK squared was his handler, and BK squared could... Oh, isn't it like the Manchurian Candidate or something? It might be a Born or a Manchurian Candidate, that they show you what they're doing. That's like part of the whole thing. They have to show us so then they can do it and say, we told you. So I think it might either be the Manchurian Candidate or one of the Borns. Jason Bourne. They have a handler, they have a trigger word. So they like go into this, allegedly according to the movies. And they go into a blackout and they don't remember. Well, I didn't really have any opinions yet on this. I just didn't think he did it. That was the only thing I felt. But I wasn't really that involved. So right now, why don't we just ask that? Because what I'm getting is like the answers we're getting are not his subconscious. It's not him. Like if he's telling me something or his subconscious is saying something, it's really weird. It's like very mechanical. Like it's almost like a machine that like, it's very similar to AI. That's really the only way I can explain it. Okay, so what I want to know, so this is saying right here that someone paid someone, something happened with a lot of money and we're never going to find out because this is our ride or die. She doesn't tell her secrets and Boaz is the bee. This is like very ancient scriptures. So, I mean, this is like, she just doesn't play. So the answer that I would say is, well, money exchanged hands and we're never going to find out. So I'm going to clear these. I guess what we should do then to get to is ask BK squared. Oh, let's just ask BK squared if he's the handler. This might be confusing. And if you're new here, thank you. Welcome. I would just like to kindly ask everyone to please not put any questions in the comments if you haven't already watched the entire 3 seasons that are waiting for you, that are so excited to see you. And then after you've watched all 3 seasons, if you still have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But I just have to say thank you all so much for being very mindful of that. I don't even like to read comments. I'm not really into that. I told you I had this account forever and it was fine. And I never read comments or anything, so I've been really pushing myself to stay engaged with the comments on social. So but it's also, I feel like it's helpful. We're not just, so that was another reason I have a very short attention span, clearly, but especially for that stuff. So I guess, so if this doesn't make sense, and then you've watched all 29 episodes and you still don't get it, please ask as many questions as you like. I'd be more than happy to answer them. So what I want to know, we might have 2 handler questions tonight then. Is BK squared BK's handler? I'll just do upright yes, reverses no. And then I'm going to flip them all and read them upright because it just doesn't feel right to read these in reverse right now. Is BK squared BK's handler? That just cut weird. Oh, well. I don't know. That cut weird. All right, there we go. Okay, so the answer is no, 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 yes, yes. And the 2 yeses. Okay, so that's a soft no. We're going to do 2 out of 3 because these yeses happen to be the party. All right. So that was a soft no. We're going to do that again. BK squared, BK's handler. Yes, 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 no. Whoa, that is a really hard yes. Every sword just showed up plus the Ten of Cups. Upright. All right, well, this is going to be our tiebreaker. Is BK squared BK's handler? All right. Is BK squared BK's handler? This is so weird. Yes, no, yes, yes. No, so it's a yes, wait, yeah, so we have 3 yeses. So the answer to this question is yes. The questions, the cards that we got, like, we should have been using this deck the whole time. This is the 10 of Swords. This is our overkill. Whoa. We have the Star. And we just had our little lesson last night on the fire energy of the Star. So that's our Emperor. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is our King of Coins. Okay, so the answer is yes. Oh gosh. I'm feeling short of breath. Okay, then we have the 6 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. Here's our dead little boy. So, and we have our 2 of Coins. And this is like, I see it as duality. There was a comment that it's like everyone's feeding off of the center energy. Well, I don't even know what the handler is, honestly. I know it from Jason or from the movies. I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to just play a movie game tonight and we have, there was an awesome, well, it's not awesome, but I appreciated the comment because one of the frat row kids' family is from Argentina, and this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and just check with the tarot card. And there's been some talk, and I think we had an operation down there. Was that Operation Paperclip, actually? That might have had something to do with this exact thing that I thought of yesterday when I saw it. Still think the exact same thing today when I saw it. Are we allowed to say those words here? Oh boy. But well. All right. So what we don't have, why don't we start there? I'm going to pull some more of these cards. And I'm not going to read them in reverse, just so you guys know up there. It just doesn't feel right to read these cards in reverse. And since yesterday was my first time using them, we're going with that for now until it feels right, if it does. Isn't that peculiar? This puts everyone in a little bit of a tough spot then, doesn't it? But it makes a lot more sense. Of course. This couldn't just be like a... All right, well then we got our answers, so now we're just gonna read on. Or we might do an easy answer like, did Kaylee have a handler? All right. This can of worms, I have really not had any interest in going down. And if you don't, just for my own. See, this would have been a good time to be live. I just need to know the timeline. Did it go the Idaho 4, then BK? No, the Idaho 4, then BK squared, and then BK got arrested. It's peculiar. Is that how it happened? Because, I might have to pause you guys, because if that's the timeline, then that's okay. Just to check with some tarot cards. All right, so I think that's the timeline. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this energy. It was. I think it was. I think BK squared happened in like December. You gotta be kidding me. Who benefits from all of that? You know what we should do then is, we're going to change directions right now. Because right now it's not a good time to play with the energy that's going on out there. And for the reasons we need to know. It's not what will. So we're going to change directions. We're going to see. We're going to leave that right ahead alone. That's not for us to go down right now. We're going to ask if Kaylee, if the devil was Kaylee's handler. I should just do a reading on Kaylee. Oh man, we're already half an hour in. Sorry, guys. We should just ask if, all right, first we'll ask if HJ was Kaylee's handler. Okay. All right. I'm having one of those moments again about what questions do I actually want the answers to, because, all right, was HJ Kaylee's handler? All right. The cards that jumped are the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Or Spears, sorry, Spears. So that has represented frat row and a car. Could be, well, an old-fashioned regular tarot. Here, sorry, I'm talking like you're all watching with me. The Chariot in the Rider-Waite, like in the regular tarot, well, it's not regular, they're all regular, but in the old-fashioned tarot, traditional tarot, is like a stationary picture. It's stationary. It's a chariot. It's like stopped. Over here in Game of Thronesville, which is also very similar to, it's moving and it looks pretty fast to me. It's like to me, it looks like a dragon ready to go, like a fight. And we have a Knight of Spears. So the swords are technically the ones that were running in, but all these knights were going into frat row, or from frat row. Okay. So what does, oh boy. Okay, so. Well, just explain what I'm looking at. We have the Chariot, and we have the Knight of Spears. Spears are our wands, Knight of Wands. We just got the King of Wands, and Miss Muffet just sat on him yesterday. I was literally just asking and switched the topic so I didn't have to go down this road because you're never going to guess what the next card was. If you're caught up, you will know what that is. If you're not, don't ask. Because we are going down a road that I was just specifically told not to go down. And so I thought that we were going in a completely different direction by asking a completely different person about a different thing. And the answer was, no, don't ask. So, I think we should call it an, you know what we should do, actually, that I kept saying yesterday and then it didn't happen? We're going to pull some angel cards for Jim Chapin because he needs them and so do you and so do I. All right, we're going to pull 2. I don't know what do you, okay. Actually, apparently we're pulling 3. Even the angel cards want to talk tonight. Well. Okay, so the cards that we're going to use a few of them, and we are going to just pull a few angel cards for our boy Jim because he needs them and so do I. I'm going to just make him a little pile of all the cards that are calling to me right now. And then we're going to figure it out. So. Okay. Ethan's here. He would like to say hello to everyone if you're watching. Okay. So, the first card that we got was the snake. And I am pretty sure we have pulled angel cards one time before. And somehow Ethan pulled out the snake the first time. So, you can see this as a number of things. There's a reference in the Christian Bible to an entity that is not of the whitest light. There's a lot of examples that we could talk about. But I think Ethan, I don't know who Ian is, but I will. So what we just got right here is everyone that's watching that knows Ethan. This isn't really for Jim. I'm feeling this is for the friend. I would call them the betrayers. What do we call it? Treasons. You committed treason. You know, you stabbed him in the back. Well, I think he's telling you he's on to you. And he shed his skin and he's returning now. And it couldn't be any clearer. It says it right on the card. So, sleep well tonight. He also wants to remind you that you had free will and you could have made other choices. This is called the dress rehearsal. Right on the card it says alternative choices, alternative course, and choices. somebody is getting called out so hard right now, and I'm here for it. And we have some stairs. That's about your direction and timing. So if there's someone who's in Ethan's life that this is very symbolic of Adam and Eve, might have heard of it. This is very symbolic of the masks that you were wearing that night. And this is very symbolic of the stairs that you went up. So, I hope you got the message, because we're not done. Okay. All right, well, we're going to go on to we'll give Jimbo a try again. And if Ethan has any more messages for any of his padres out there, we'll keep them coming. But I think that was pretty much a mic drop moment. That was badass, I must say. That was awesome. That was a good save, too. All right, we'll go back to Jim. All right, we have something cute. We have an owl. If we had another snake, I was going to, lose it. Okay, this is for Jim Chapin. The other message was from Ethan to all of the delinquents out there that are living their best lives. Whether you're in Spain, forgot to check the extradition, or you're back at school, or you're picking up the scholarships. Ethan wants you to know that he is back, and he shed the old skin, and he's back. Good luck. We have a Hawaiian owl. Also, back to Jim. Ethan's not over this, and so I'm kind of waiting to see, if we, you guys all know who it's meant for, got the message. Okay? So now, Jimbo, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance right now. So pay close attention to signs and omens for them. Well, our homie is definitely here. So Jim, you gotta start praying, because your homie's trying to connect with you. All right. Well, that was pretty much the most badass angel reading I've ever seen in my entire life. I was gonna do angel cards, but I feel like we're good. So that was a fun night. Thank you for coming. I just want to thank you. That was a really cool mic drop moment. That was really cool, I must say. That was pretty witty. And I don't think I've ever seen anything since or before that. Our recap is going to be very vague. I've got nothing for a recap for you. And Ethan wants to tell everyone that betrayed him that he's back he shed his old skin and he's in new skin. And that this is a dress rehearsal and you had the opportunity to make different choices. And you fucked up. I mean, you are fucked. And I love it. I'm here for it. I say that every time he does something really witty like that. I just think he's so cool. So with that being said, I will end it on that note. Please don't put anything in the comments, because I really cannot babysit the comments on this one. And you're just going to have to go back and watch them and you will understand exactly what's going on. And if you don't, just please, I don't want to babysit the comments. I don't even like reading them unless I ask a question I'm looking for an answer. Please, thank you all so much for your help and policing. Please. So, I feel like everyone is going to sleep really well tonight, and we are going to send you so much love and light, especially Ethan's friends. If you're having some weird dreams, let us know. Like any snakes in your dreams. It's been fun. Thank you all for coming, and have a good night.